Oh yeah, we're back in the building, guys. W-I-Z to the E. Vanaganza among us. Excuse my ignorance, the podcast. I'm alone, but I'm not. I'm alone, but I'm not. My friends, 2025 has been a beautiful year, my friends, right? I mean, blessings on blessings on blessings on... You get it, right? First and foremost, I mean, I'm still broke. You know, no wedding ring, whatever. But we're alive, motherfucker. Clap for yourself. You alive. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. You alive. Hold on. And then, fortunately for me, I happen to be a Durbanite from, you know, the grounds of South Africa. You know what I'm saying? So we have beautiful South Africans. By the way, South Africans are happy. Black, whites, farmers, everybody happy. Everybody happy about this. And then we have gems. You know what I'm saying? We have gems. Going forward on the show, you're gonna see myself, you're gonna see the special guests we have, and you're gonna see somebody helping me with the special guests. They are special guests too, by the way. So the first one I wanna bring to you, she always does this, by the way, for other people, like hyping them up, you know, giving them, yo, give it up for so-and-so, ooh-ah. So I'm gonna do this. Everybody in the building, guys, give it up for Anny-Love! Moment of silence.
Pity I can't twerk. Because normally that's how I not do my intros, you know, like.
Sure. Okay, try. Anny-Love in the building, guys. Anny-Love in the building, guys. How are you, mommy?
I'm all good.
I want to do this. I want to do this half things with beautiful women. I don't do that.
Oh, you're singing Landa Pines. Greetings, Sanbonani, Dumelang Abshin. I do go by the name of Anisa Wangamtembo. Intoga zombela so kudeni omnisi ongoza. Intoga zipendini yaselenga abantwana. You guys are gonna see it on the next show. You can call me Anny-Love, your finest MC right here in Durbs.
Hey, except for being short, as you noticed.
That's permanent, but how are you?
I'm super fantastic, Angel. I'm super fantastic. Also, a lot of people know you, whatever. But then, for those who don't, if you met a Nigerian right now and you gotta introduce yourself, who the heck are you?
I'm the finest MC in Durban. Like,
ooh, MC as in rapper or master of ceremony?
Depends which one you want to see. But for now, let's stick to master of ceremonies. Just a young girl from KwaZulu-Natal, born in Port Shepstone, raised in Mzumbe, Mkomazi. That's the South Coast. Yeah, very, very proud as well. Very, very proud as well. Phakathi within. Ngumzulu Nkosi yami, ngiyathandela umculo, and I love keeping people entertained. But anywho, I love music. I'm very versatile when it comes to music, and I'm a big fan of creatives. So another creative, soul creative, and then welcome to Anny-Love. So yeah, man, we're out here. Name
Anny-Love stems from what?
So igama lami Anisa. My close people call me.
Oh, you colored?
No.
Anisa.
Anisa, so it's A-N-I-S-A. So people call me Annie as in A-N-N-Y. And then my late grandma, may her soul rest in peace, love that woman. Wang name Unotando. So Unotando being love. So I was thinking of what I would call myself. And I was just like, Yazin, because people always call me Tando, Annie. I was just like, Yazin, let's go for Anny-Love and then just go with my surname, which is Umtembo. I'm not leaving anyone out, so
that's a real MC right there. That's a real MC. She put like the 1, the 3, the X to solve what? And
the je ne sais quoi, bruh. You always gotta have the je ne sais quoi.
By the way, Anny-Love is not here to just, you know, tell us more about herself, all that. She's gonna be here for a couple more times, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here.
Confirmed. Confirm. Oh, my friends, I have the pleasure today. As you can see, I have a vacant seat. There's a mic right here. Oh my God. She's all the way from, oh my God. Her name, I used to know her by lexicon. If you know what a lexicon is, that word lexicon, you know what I'm saying? Your vocab, it's different. Now she goes by Ash-Leigh Fox. You know, it's also got a je ne sais quoi, right?
Yeah, like as a female, you always have to have je ne sais quoi, because I think that's the one thing that makes you stand out. So.
This lady, guys, she just happens to be a rapper, MC, musician, businesswoman, writer, actor, entrepreneur. She MCs herself too. You know what I'm saying? By the way, guys, before she comes in, guys, can you please make some noise for Ash-Leigh Fox? Aware in the building. Whew.
Hello.
Universal.
Mom John.
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God. I smell like grapes this side, strawberries this side. What's wrong?
So you get all the hugs.
Yes. Not you.
Hi.
Nazar?
We just met actually before we got on set.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come you guys don't know each other? Because is it what?
No, I think it's a generational thing. I think Annie's in like her very active on stage in hip hop sphere, and I'm in mom MC, creating generational wealth vibes, you know? So so it's just a generational thing, but everybody has their space, everybody has their time, and we in our own times. And now we are meeting. Yeah.
It could be the perfect time.
Yeah.
What Adele said though. But see, I like it in the city when two worlds collide. I like that, right?
And we're in the city. We happen to, hey guys, for everybody out there, right? Because this is a podcast. We like you guys. Tell them to subscribe, like, follow, all that stuff, right? Because we need to get people like this. You know what I'm saying? To be around us. So Ash-Leigh's here. People know about Ash-Leigh. Let me just start like from here, from yourself.
Okay.
Ruban, who are you?
Okay, so I'm Ash-Leigh LaFoy. My public name, I'm publicly known as Lex LaFoy. As you said, from 2005 to 2012, I went by Lexicon. And in 2012, coming into 13, I had this conversation with Luthando Sithole, that's Sipho Sithole's son.
Okay.
I was working with him at the time.
Washa,
And-
there's a name bomb.
Shout out to the Sitholes, they're amazing.
Let's go.
And I was brainstorming with Luthando, who went by Johnny Joburg at the time. And, I wanted a new name because I felt like the 7 years of Lexicon, life in cycles of 7. I felt like I needed a new name, a new energy. And so I shortened Lexicon, which, as you said, means your vocabulary. I shortened Lexicon to Lex, and I added my surname, which is LaFoy. Even the surname LaFoy is a long... No.
Okay.
Even the surname has its own story.
Okay, cool.
So LaFoy was originally Foy Lai, which is Cantonese.
Whoa, hold on.
So on my dad,
I know.
See,
it's
on-
gonna take time to cross.
What is the Cantonese?
okay, look, on my dad's side, there's Xhosa and Dutch mixed. And then on mom's side, there's Cantonese, which is Chinese, Cantonese, English, Saint Helenian. So it's people from the island of Saint Helena, which is like just on the other side of Cape Town. And that's also an island where a lot of people mixed historically. So you've got a lot of mixed race people from Saint Helena. And it's confusing because people see my hair and they're like, windy. And I'm like, nah, son. Asian blood, yes, but not Indian blood.
How do you know Indy?
No, I'm just I'm just being
Okay,
real.
cool.
So I have Cantonese blood, but I don't have Indian blood.
Okay.
You know, and it's
No,
crazy.
for real,
'cause
you don't have any Indian blood.
not that I know of.
Damn, okay.
No.
So-
But when you mix black, white, and Asian, I guess this is what you get.
Cantonese though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then wait. But the inception of like the name Lexicon,
Yeah.
the inspiration comes from what?
Sure. So when I first started rapping, as a lot of people know, it was 2004. I was in matric.
Matric 2004. It's very young, guys.
I was in grade 2.
I love it.
so smart.
I love it.
Yeah,
And yeah, I was missing school on Fridays because we were at the Bat Center for the Hip Hop Ingaba sessions. Shout out to Nsega, Zulu Boy, you know, people of that era.
That's it.
Shout out to the
That's when
Bat
we all
Center. And, you know, we would have the sessions on a Thursday night, and my mom was complaining because now I'm not going to school on Friday. And I'd be like, but mom, the ciphers only start, you know, getting fired at 1 a.m. What am I supposed to do, you know? So,
I gotta be there.
It's like I won't attend it at all, or probably would.
there were a few Fridays that suffered, and then she was like, no, you can't do this. But I mean, being a strong human, I just had to end up going to school, tired or not tired. We're doing this matric thing, you know? So yeah, from 2004 to 2005, before I became Lexicon, I just used Lee L. The only person who still calls me that is Zulu Boy. Shout out to Zulu Boy in the States.
Hella bad.
So from there, I was looking for a name. I was looking for an identity, and my love for words. You know, girl was paging through the thesaurus at the time.
Yes.
You know, and. Also in 2005, I started studying. So it was a mind-opening experience for me, you know, as an intellectual, as a human. Now the brain is developing, you know, and the word lexicon just resonated.
It grabbed you.
I was like, yeah, Milo, this one, this me.
Introduction to hip hop.
Yeah.
What was that? When was that? Why? How? Who?
I'd say grade 10, 2002, I was listening to albums like, you know, there was Lauryn Hill at the time that was popping overseas. There was Jay-Z that was popping overseas with the Blueprints.
First one.
Yeah, the first one. Locally, there were people like Godessa, Brasafanika. Exactly.
Don't make me feel so young.
So Godessa were the first South African all-female hip-hop crew from Cape Town, and they were fire.
I've heard, but
Yeah.
I wasn't there to experience everything like you guys. But like,
It's so
I'm the youngest here. I'm the youngest here. And then she comes to him.
So yeah, I mean, I grew up a writer. I started writing the moment I became literate, and then of course at the time you're listening to radio and you're listening to songs and you're hearing hip hop. But the first local experience was, I'd say, the Bat Center, crews like, you know, people like Ewok. There was Tulio,
Where is Ewok, by the way?
I actually just saw him last week when I was cycling on the beach. He was busy doing a mural on the wall. So he's into a lot of environmental activism. He's also, I think, a teacher or a lecturer. He's a dad, you know, he's a husband.
He's old now too.
Yeah, the solidifying life phase.
Like
So,
now. And your introduction to hip hop
Yeah.
was what? Because she, 3K.
No, like for me, I think like when we're talking about hip hop, as much as yes,
Triple.
I'm still young in it. But come on, I know your Jay-Z's, your LL, J. Cool's, your Dr. Dre's, your
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg's. I know
My
that-
question is, what was your introduction? This not
I just like with Lex is I know I've also found out Gucci she was a poet, right? I used to like a lot of poetry to escape reality. And then I met a few guys when I started reciting, they were like, guys, if we could put a beat into this, you could be doing hip hop. And I was just like, how? Because when you and they're like, no, you go pace, beat and pace. And I was like, okay. And then at that point, Vele, I used to listen to conscious rap. Yeah, well, so that was like way back in school. I think I was in grade 6 or grade 5. And then I puma yeah house. And then I was like, yes, because I listened to conscious rap. I'm writing poetry.
Yeah.
That was in 2007 7.
Your influences who at that time? Like who you listen to?
My influence Kakulu was Notorious. Tupac.
Biggie.
Yeah, because I felt like a lot of Notorious's stories were himself. Like I thought like he was speaking about himself. And then you have there's this guy he's a weak, I'm like
his name is
but he's the guy that used to actually comment.
Common
Just say the guy with the beard.
Comment.
Nice.
When I listened to him, I was like, he is legit like in it. So I was like, as in, this is what I love. And then that's how I started like getting into hip hop. That was for me. I'm sure something when I started actually getting into like
But
this
then,
hip hop.
to be told, for both of you guys, in fact, it's like super male dominated. Well, to be honest, life is super male dominated, right?
You'll make it like that because you'll believe that.
Well, it's been like that. It's not like I'm not one of those type of guys. So it's like no reason to. In this, especially this type of environment, like you say, now you gotta be out. I mean, on Thursday nights, you obviously like 90% guys. You just wanna just do your thing, like guys that wanna just grab some other part or whatever. So maneuvering through that now, like how easy, how difficult, and how do you not get offended by it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I came into hip hop really, really young. I was about 16, and I just turned 17. There were a lot of pros and cons, you know.
Pros being?
The pros being I grew up in hip hop. I grew up in the culture. It's part of my DNA. It's part of who I am. That's the lens I see reality through, you know.
That's a gem right there. That's a gem right there.
So those are definitely the positives. The negatives of being a young girl in the music industry without a father figure to protect you, or a brother or a manager to protect you, means that I had to learn through the trauma. I had to get hurt, gain the trauma, you know, hurt people, so hurt people and then heal. That's been the cycle of, you know, and I'm also doing my honors in psych because that happens to be a passion of mine. I mean, there's so many mental health issues in our creative industry, in the music industry.
Sorry to cut you.
It's all
that
good.
mental health stuff is real.
Definitely.
I'm just asking, because excuse my ignorance, I'm ignorant as hell. Is it real?
No,
or
for
like,
real. I mean,
it's like we vila, and I'm gonna blame it on my mental.
Anxiety.
No. I mean, okay, look, there's individual trauma, which is the story of me and my personal trauma journey and my healing journey. And then there's collective trauma, which we as South Africans suffer, whether we're aware of it or not aware of it, you know?
So I got a question next. So I mean, like for example, as a female, we have a lot of stereotypes. So we'll see there's things that females can't do and there's things that females can do. And one thing I've noticed about Zubuti in the entertainment industry, it's like survival of the fittest. If you are a weak female, you get subjected to a lot of things. Where you'll get people that will use you for your talents, your beauty, promise you the world, and then you subject, and then once that is over, then your career is over. So how did you, as a young person at that age, kind of like navigate, protect yourself, and be able to like venture through all of that mental
I didn't know how to at first. I didn't know how to, especially, I think when I lived at home, it was a lot easier. But when I moved to Joburg, especially coming from a super loving, trusting, value-oriented family, I didn't know there was like the amount of bullshit there is out there. I had no idea. I had no idea. Like deceptive people, that was something new to me. Like I didn't know deception. You know, other than first relationship, growing up, you know, like before then, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So I didn't know in Joburg there are women who go to men's houses, sleep over, next thing they wake up, their phones are gone. You know, or women that use men for rent. I didn't know about these things, you know.
So in Joburg, it's a fast life, and then you gotta know what you want.
It's a fast life. I think like where we stay, we also have, coming back to collective consciousness, right? We also have collective values. Like La AKZN, we are big on Ubuntu, right?
Sure.
And so people are placed on a higher value than things. But in Joburg, I'd say things are placed on a higher value than people. And that means that people can be used, people can be abused, like, because people don't care. As long as they're getting the money, getting the bag at the end of the day, they don't care who they hurt, you know? So it was very difficult at first. But what I will say is within Joburg and within the cold, you find your cliques, you find your crews, you find your people, and that becomes your protective layer. I think that's what makes the culture so big and so grown in Joburg, is that there are crews that are parenting each other, that are family to each other, that are growing with each other, you know. So it was very difficult at first, wise. I won't lie. I got fucked over a lot, many times, with people I worked with. But it took me standing up.
You're a lady.
Yeah, you know.
I feel so bad, like a lot of sisters, but I just feel so for them.
Because like right now, if someone had to ask me, Uzi, explain Joburg, I would think it's a cult type-ish. Uzi, when you get to Joburg, if you are easy prey, we're gonna prey on you. We're gonna get what we want, and then we're gonna dispose of you. Because it's very hurtful to see how many young talented females are out there, whether you're a vocalist or a rapper and whatnot. And then when you get there, you show people that you're talented. We know that you're talented, but it's like you get slaughtered.
But
and
then,
then it's
with
just
that
like,
point being said, then why you guys think the KZN industry is not in that phase where you just do it here without having to fly outside and be opportunized and whatever?
Okay, I feel like in Joburg there is more resources and there is more exposure per se. In Durban, as much as kukhona ubuntu, kukhona ukuthandana, kukhona nokuvalelana. Like there's parts where you have to know someone that knows someone that knows someone in order for you to get there. Yeah,
that's just general life.
But yeah, I feel like in everything. But like in Joburg, I feel like you gotta work yourself. Someone spots you. You don't need to know someone. Someone spots you. They're like, "Wazala," take you under their wing and promise you everything. And then now where you
so
get
you're
like
saying
hooked.
in Durban they rather just close the door.
They rather close the door when they see you, and then you gotta work. But right now, I'm grateful for TikTok, because with TikTok is like, I feel like the people, the masses, fans, they are the people's voices. Because right now, we want to post you, and then you know what Durbanites do? If Mina, for example, good DJ did. I'm gonna take you. I'm not gonna exploit you, but now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but at that point, I'm using your sources, my resources, to combine.
And niggas been hating on Twitter for years.
Hey, you cannot.
You know how many people he came through for?
You can't hate on Utira no case.
Another thing,
business-minded, those people.
Another thing, maybe she might not know, Lex.
Don't judge me.
You know, Lex. I don't know if it was the first time MTV came to SA, but you know that she was like, when this was number one, that shit. I think she was number 2 or some shit.
It was the first.
It was the first time.
Like when MTV base came to motherfucking South Africa, they were like, she was finalist there. I was at home watching SABC box with an S. No TV with a big ass. That one. That one. I'm like, hey, bro, she must win. How was that experience? What happened there? I mean, MTV base. God, Jesus.
It was amazing. It was really dope. It was 2005, the first MTV VJ competition. I've been trained in presenting by MTV France, by On Cue Productions.
Okay.
So I love it. It was really dope. I mean, what had happened, for people who don't know the story, Sizwe Dloma had lost to me in Durban. So So he went to Joburg.
I wait, no.
Yeah.
So she said.
No, everyone knows this.
So
Everyone knows.
One.
No, he lost. So I won the Durban one.
Yeah.
He didn't win the Durban one. So he went
Was
to
it like
Joburg.
you're running up in Durban?
Yeah.
Or?
So you competed in Durban.
Snap.
Yeah, and then the national, and then it was me, Caesar, and this other guy, I forgot his name.
Okay, wait.
And then Caesar won.
Mad.
Wait, let's get clear. Yeah.
I'm in
let's get clear. So there was provisional, provisional ones first, right?
Yeah.
So he lost the one in Durban.
Yeah.
He won the one in Joburg.
Yeah.
Only to compete with you nationally.
Yeah.
Someone else. Sambe. But like,
There was a third one from Cape Town.
Yeah, they were two of them. The final one.
Angisakhumbuli igama lakhe.
Yeah. Colored.
No, black. Yeah,
hey, I still want to experience that. I've never been into like a contest with other MCs.
Can I tell you, like, I way preferred the way competitions were before, like actual competitions. Competitions online are so boring.
Man,
They are so boring. Like, who the hell wants to enter a competition online? That shit is boring as fuck. But we used to go there, stand in the lines for 3 hours, go in front of the judges. You got the energy. You know, the cameras are there. Are you really a star? This is your moment. Can you handle the shit? You know, that shit was fun back in the day. Now your online competitions are boring.
You don't even know who you're competing with.
It's
all of
boring.
A sudden, so send shortcut. And I did do one.
Yeah.
But okay, there was like a top 40, then there was like a top 20, and then by the time it's in February top 10, that's when you know who you're competing with.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so I'm gonna go social media. Lord, I was your big. With social media, this person who go 100k, like 100k followers.
Yeah.
Lapo when you like go 5k, you're like, because right now the thing. I mean, I feel like right now for us, the disadvantage is if a person has more followers and more likes, that person is more likely to be taken because you are only audience and they don't really concentrate on the quality and who's way now because
like radio personalities now. Like
it's like Black Mirror. I mean, Black Mirror, that one episode, it shows you what happens when your followings become like a currency. Like it shows you the psychological and dystopian side effects, you know, the outcomes of that shit. Dystopian. So, okay, so angithi, a utopia is an imagined positive paradise, euphoria, and then the opposite of that is dystopian.
Okay.
Hence lexicon. Damn, girl.
So a good example of a dystopian book is like 1948 by George Orwell.
You never read that shit.
Or Black Mirror on Netflix. Black Mirror on Netflix. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm with you. I mean,
like it's very discouraging, right? Because I can also see, am I talented or am I supposed? Because people buy numbers.
Yeah.
But then, okay, then they'll wound whatever, guys, exists, whatever. But why isn't there an industry, an actual industry? Like,
let's go back to that. Right? Let's go back to that. So I think it's because we don't have number one, an infrastructure. We don't have the infrastructure to take care of the talents that we have in abundance here. Yeah. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have massive studios, and we don't have big brands investing here in KZN. Yeah. They only invest in Cape Town and Joburg. So we don't have the infrastructure to grow the industry, right? And then also KZN is known to be highly politicized. Like, for example, when the founder of Maboneng, Jonathan Lieberman, right? When the founder of Maboneng, after successfully growing Maboneng in Joburg, moved here about 7 years ago in Sakhumbul, he started that here, right? So he started the urban regeneration projects and building these creative hubs in Durban. But he met up with so much political red tape, he was like, fuck it, and he left Durban. I mean, look at the Anand Singh guy. He's been waiting for over 10 years to get the army base as a film studio. Only now that shit has been approved because the political just to have a film studio built
after 10 years.
So one of the things he said when I was having this conversation with him about female rappers and female artists in South Africa, I was telling him that, like, over here it's so hard because we want to work. but niggas want to fuck. You know,
That's the-
we want to work.
thing.
We want to work. And he was saying that in the
What do you gotta
States,
say about that?
he was saying in the States, he was saying in the States it's different because they see you as an asset and they know that if they fuck, they're gonna fuck over their own assets. Now people here don't have that mindset. They have a short-term mindset. They don't have a long vision, long-term mindset. Yeah.
It's
Fuck
more
today, gone
lustful-
tomorrow.
More lustful people, Lana, because like, I'm so sorry to put you in the spotlight, but as a guy, if you see talent, all right, would you rather mind his ignorance? Would you rather manage and like push Lormund as a female, or would you also would you become more lustful, or would you become more mindful in the sense of I'm gonna push this person and we're gonna make money? Because I feel like if you're driven financially, shy mad. You're gonna feed off the essence, or are you gonna be like, brother man, I can't control myself?
It's also, I think it's also personality based, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know, because the things, and also like age-wise.
Yeah.
Me now, never. I was saying to Lex, especially with the MTV-based experience, what you learned from it, and what was your probably biggest disappointment from it, because you didn't win eventually.
What was my biggest takeaway? I'd say as someone who had just turned 18, coming from a small
You were that young at the time?
Yeah, coming from a small city like Durban, it opened me up to understanding the global world of media and the global world of entertainment, and also the rush of live TV. That was super fun. So
Big ass cameras everywhere.
yeah, and you have to rush from one location to the other, and the timing and the so that was definitely the biggest takeaway, and also the skills that I learned through the training.
Are they helping anyway right now where you at?
No.
At all?
No. I mean, the homie, one of the big homies, he didn't like me after I said I didn't wanna. Yeah.
What?
I
You don't want to what? You don't want to what? Say. You want to say what? You want to what? Wait. From MTV.
Yeah, but it's all good.
And you were 18 and you still look 16, but
It's okay.
the nigga wanted to.
No, it's okay. We don't need to talk about that right now.
Okay, because we're not about that vibe. But she opened the door.
I saw the good and the bad. Let me say that. And I'm really, really glad that I did not get it at the time, because I think if I had, I would have become a cokehead.
Oh shit.
There's a lot of people that are in the industry that started off young with no grounding and no sense of self, and that have ended up drug addicts. Some have died. Some are not with us anymore.
That's true.
Some
I know a lot.
R.I.P. to
some are
those.
living on the street, you know.
Yeah.
So
Some are in rehab.
I truly believe God has a plan for everyone, and I believe in God's timing, and I know that God is working all things together for my good, and rejection is protection. So rejection is protection, and
Can you say that again?
James for days.
Rejection is protection.
Can we make that our daily mantra as females?
Rejection
is protection.
Because,
Thank you.
You know, like for example, when and I'm just gonna preach on y'all a little bit. When the word says no good thing will the Lord withhold from us, that means that if the thing is withheld from us, it's not good for us. It's easy as that.
Let's come on.
So Mina, I'm super grateful that I did not get it, because I'm telling you, I would have been a drug addict, guys.
Maybe she wouldn't be even on the show. You know?
So because of the fast world that I was opened up to through that experience, they actually wanted me to work on other things, but I was doing university and I didn't want to drop my university to work on other things. Yeah.
So
because my education came first for me.
With everything that was happening,
they can take anything from you, but they can't take your education.
Okay, that's the key to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So minanyazi ukuthi sometimes with media or entertainment, if someone poses you an opportunity that you feel like, damn, Yeah, but kuba khona leyo nto le ethi it's not my time
Yeah.
or how would you say ukuthi you were able to differentiate ukuthi as in right now nayi a chance kodwa I want to stick to school even though you knew ukuthi it was going to probably put you on a pedestal. Probably you're going to be relevant for like a year or two and then after that it subsides. But like what was that inner voice saying to you at that time ukuthi as in Lex not now? How did you know it's not the time?
Family that they said no.
Okay.
They were like
And were you not mad or angry when they said no?
No, because I love studying. Even now I'm studying. I love studying because, like, let me say this. Like you said, relevancy and trends are for a short season.
Very.
But the way I want to invest into my community and my country and the next generation is an eternal thing.
Amen.
You know, that's...
Man's politics, unless you go in that direction.
No, I mean, I don't like politics.
I don't like politics
I don't like
either.
politics.
I feel you, Alex, as a
People
female.
get killed in politics.
I feel you.
Me, I'm not for that, bro.
Trends about TikTok has taught me one thing. You can trend for a week.
Yeah.
After a week, we on to the next trend. After that, we on to the next trend. People on social media, because that's what we use right now. As I'm a millennials, you gotta keep people on their toes, wanting more. So if I'm gonna drop something, like let's just say something about a story that happened to me, wanting them to like, hey, finish the story. People want you to keep them intrigued in terms of what you've spoken about.
As per finishing the story.
So if you're gonna
and on that topic, I'd like to add something. You know, for example, you know, Annie was like, why don't I know of you? Wada. And that's all love, Annie. That's all love. Let me say that in my growing, in my 21 years in the music industry, over time I've changed my approach towards my music. You know, let me say this. I used to chase. I don't chase anymore. I do not chase anymore. Because for example, when I started working in film in 2016, right? I learned something that me earning money from something else other than my music meant that I have a healthier relationship with my music. Because in any dependent relationship, there opens a room for abuse. You know,
too many gems to say. Too many gems today, bro.
When I was dependent on my music solely for an income, the amount of compromise that took place was disgusting. I look back and I'm like, yo, Jesus,
I shouldn't have done
Gangas,
exactly. You know, but the moment I started earning money from other avenues of media, film, events, you know, things like that, I have a way healthier relationship with my music. I can create because I want to create. And what I want to create.
Don't put your eggs in one basket as a woman, because you're gonna take advantage of. Somewhere.
Look at my music video, Frisk, right? That's me. That's my creative directing. That's most of my music videos. And for me, creative independence is far more important than other things. I want to see me in my music. And earlier in my career, I let men have their say. I let men do this, do that, you know, but no, not anymore. This is me, and I want my mind to be reflected in my art. You know, so even if that means I remain independent.
I feel like I'm gonna get kicked. My ass gonna get kicked.
I don't think you thought about this episode. So you're gonna have two powerful people sitting next to you.
I remain independent. At least I maintain my creative integrity, and I'm happy with that.
There's this thing, I'd rather be a sustainable female than a once-off. So if Kogu sings Zofika and you're like, damn, she nice, and then you get gullible. I feel like people as females, we're very gullible. If you're gonna be money driven, you wanna be driving a car, living in mansions, day in and day out, weekend in, weekend out, you are having your VSOPs. There's nothing wrong with you sitting at home. And then we're gonna remember you as a once-off that came through, got smashed by, did this, and then you vanished. But sustainability, I mean, I want to I want people to remember, hey, where is she Zila? You know, hey, she had a full Lana. Hey, Lana, she didn't do anything. But the one thing is, pacing because they're saying, a lot of people are doing something, but a lot of people are going nowhere fast. Yeah. Where are you going? Yeah. We are speed, Tamara. Yeah. Where are you going?
No politics. It sounds super political.
Where are you going?
I want this also that you guys sound super like head stern, anything in that direction. Inspiration is what? Is it mothers?
Wait, can I come in?
Women inspiration.
So I grew up in an era where hip hop is not just a genre, but it's a culture.
Yeah.
And at the time, it was headed by social consciousness, right? So for me, it's not just the music. The music is one aspect of being a hip hop head, but also what is the impact that I'm leaving societally? What is the impact I'm leaving for the community, for others? So like you were saying, there are things beyond hip hop that I want to impact, and for me hip hop has been the vehicle, it has been the roots, it has been the soil,
Top five MCs. Start there. Either one of you guys, you can make it all female or all male or mix, whatever.
Does it have to be mainstream, underground, or whatever?
As long as people that you like will sound nice, we're not here to judge you. If you like double HP, if you like pushback, it's your beeswax. Let's start with you. Start with you.
I like Millennium.
Millennium in a 48. Strong. The cough sound like
wow.
Let's go.
So for me, ever since I stepped in, I think we'll see my inspirations came from my top three, my big three, being J. Cole, Kendrick, and Ulandos.
Who's on those?
Okay. Cole. All right. Cole, Kendrick, no Drake. Those are my big three.
Oh, his name is Nulem Mendoza.
Mike. But
just call him Mendoza. It sounds so
but
feminine.
like I said earlier, we'll see also come and influence my poetry levels. Yeah, well, so right now I'm my favorites, which are more underground than mainstream.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, so if I had to
you
give
name three.
In mainstream, I'm young. Yeah, she's.
Okay, good for you. Oh, but love too.
No, I'm getting inspirationally.
Oh, I want five.
My five. I would go for Usmaimane. One.
Usmaimane.
Yeah, Usimamane.
Okay, now you get it.
I'd go for.
I'm like, who's the
five. Not to do anything, or maybe because, but I also do like Obi Beno Celestial one. Right?
Okay.
I like.
I'm talking about the top five rappers.
Nah, but
ever.
that's three.
Right?
If you don't know, no, I don't need top five. No. Hey man, no. One of the first three that I mentioned, they inspired me in terms of hip hop. Zhang Shi.
Yeah.
That's a small man.
You want top five? Yeah.
Yeah. One.
Yeah.
Celestial. Two. OB. Three. OB Magic. Oh, okay. Four.
He's like, who's that?
Four. I'd go for Blackie.
Who's Blackie? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
And then five, I'd go for MSI.
What is that?
And one of them, that guy is very raw for me. You will need to go and
search. It's okay, then. Okay, listen, give us your real top five.
Oh, there's the one
Okay, guys, all different ages, right here.
Yeah.
All different ages, right here. You know what I'm saying? I could.
Come on, like your voice from your internet voice. All of those people, they need to get in with the new sounds.
Hold up. Okay.
No,
I will see how far it goes, right? I will see how far it goes, right? Wuti, since that's your favorite, whatever, top five and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I want your favorite verse now. You can't be from them, but give me your favorite verse that you like. Like, this is my verse. We can show.
And I'm also
No, it's about you. Lexi is my guest. She's the last one to talk. You know what I'm saying? It's about you.
Yo.
Who's yo?
Yo, I'm trying to think about monkey about the lava.
And
I know, guys.
Yo.
Guys, this right now. Bang Fagu Spotlight.
Normally I say this. We have time for dates. Tell us we got time for dates. Let's
my
talk
God.
Let's decide which verse she's putting.
Top 5.
No. She must spit it first.
Oh, okay.
Before we even go there, me and you just.
No, I. I'm gonna go to like such top 5.
Okay, let's go next.
Okay. Jay-Z.
Ungangenzi finding in Google.
Jay-Z.
Phela badala labantu bafethu.
Shut up. Jay-Z.
Kanye.
Wait.
He's crazy, but yeah.
He's unique. He's not crazy.
I will also add Celestial Mike.
Woo!
And I'm not just
Top 5 ever.
I'm not just
No
saying
niggas
this
just
on
happen
the
to see.
show. I'm
Okay.
not just saying this on the show because
Otherwise, guys, Celestial is here.
that I always put him in my top 5.
Yes.
Always,
Nah, no.
Top 5,
No, but I won't lie.
top 5, top 5.
No, I won't lie.
especially on Mama Knows and
Angel. I also won't lie because I show one day with DJ Lab. He was like, one of his favorite MC ever is Lizard Man. Huh?
Elani, if you
And that's how
don't
we
know
didn't
who
know
he
it.
is,
Then
wait.
yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah,
Let's
correct.
go.
Myself.
Oh! Shout out.
That's how you move. Let's go.
Shout out.
And the last person is not a rapper, but they write.
Right, cool.
Okay.
Even though they're an R&B singer, they write.
Right.
I'd say Daniel Caesar.
Ooh.
Hey, I'm not sure that season.
Siamas Daniel Caesar.
Yeah, I know.
Lex, about when
We are
He writes,
cool.
he writes a lot. Yeah.
when we talk to you.
He writes, but R&B. He's a writer. Okay. Julius Caesar.
Hey, buffet.
Now the verse. Whose verse is give me a verse first? I gotta get the fuck out of here, guys. I'm gonna live it like I want you to my old guys.
Okay.
Like my old Porsche. Let's go.
Okay, my favorite verse by Jigga. I have a lot.
Do I need to take my verse from the top 5?
I'd say
Leave me
is,
alone.
Okay.
Leave me alone. You're all over the place. Let's go.
shall I do the verses?
Yes!
See if y'all know where it's from.
I obviously know where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me, I know where it is from.
They say they never really miss you till you're dead or you gone. So on that note, I'm leaving after the song. So you ain't gotta feel no way about Jay so long. At least let me tell you why I'm this way.
Okay.
I was conceived by Gloria Carter and Agnes Reeves, who made love under the sycamore tree, which makes me a more sicker MC, as my mama would claim. At 10 pounds when I was born, I didn't give her no pain.
What?
I love that entire song of Jigga for
That's
me.
for the
December 4th.
Thank you.
And I was very blessed.
Competition.
Imani phela.
I am
Jay-Z.
telling you. So December
Away?
2018.
Away?
December 2018, the Global Citizen
Oh,
concert.
it was in Joburg.
I was working at Living Room, and they ended up hosting their private after party there. So I was the hostess. I was very blessed.
Amen.
Get us along,
And when he was on the corner of the bar, I went up to him when no one was there, and I was like, because it was December 3rd that day at about 2 a.m.
Smart.
Hey, when
And I
I
was
was
like,
like, she's kind. What's it?
How would you not remember meeting Jay-Z?
Forget that.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
What was the second?
I even remember what Beyonce was wearing.
I know. What could I not be?
And
What was-
Pharrell
what
and
was
his wife
she
had
wasn't
these
born yet.
matching
She wasn't born
shoes.
yet.
It was so cute.
It's okay. And these little
But
toys.
I went up to him and I was like, happy birthday for tomorrow. And he went, thank you. He was like, thank you.
No, the fact is you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah,
you took
yeah.
some notice because wow.
So he's my favorite MC, and I'm glad that I manifested.
Me and you in the same
Aw,
boat.
man.
Me and you in the
That's
same
nice.
boat. Ain't nobody above
And
Jay.
I know that people will judge him. They'll be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, it's not the best.
Not always overrated.
But
I always get that, yes.
what he showed me as a rapper
Jay's
is
I always get
how
that.
to
Jay's too, though.
manifest through your
Your
words.
rhymes. Yes.
Amen.
That's what I learned through Jay. Jay would rap about shit that hadn't happened yet, and it will happen.
Oh, Nkosi yami.
1
We are
million, 2 million,
manifest.
3 million, 4.
Yeah.
Why are we bringing Diddy into this?
Hey!
Why are we
What
bringing
Diddy?
Diddy into this?
We're kidding. Verse and we add the fuck here, guys. Verse.
Okay, mina Nkosi yami, it's not Jay-Z, but this will always be my song.
Okay.
I think
I think it's gonna be boring, but let's go.
heart beating fast, let a nigga know that he alive. Do you guys know that song?
Yeah.
Fake niggas, mad snakes, snakes in the grass, let a nigga, he arrived. Number one, come on, guys. There's beauty in the struggle, bruh.
Beauty.
You don't know no verse in your head.
Ain't no such thing as a life that's better than yours.
Before I throw her out of this building, guys, I need one more favor. I'm gonna throw in the pool. I'm gonna throw in the pool. I'll throw in the pool. Let's see this experience. All crown, beautiful South African woman who knows her story and her verses from the beautiful country called South Africa. Hey, I'm out of here, guys. I'm out of here. Masha Boto. Yeah.